Is your mic not?
No. Oh, there we are. Hello.
Hello. Oh, yeah. Hello.
I think they're all very excited to see the both of you this afternoon. How's the con
really
treating
big
both of you
turnout.
so
It's
far?
great.
Good? Having
There's
fun?
a crane. There's a crane
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
There's a bloody crane shot.
How nice.
Nice.
Love you.
Well, to kick things off, I wanted to have a fun icebreaker. Now, it's easy enough to look at IMDb and see what your first credit is, but I want to hear it from you what your first professional role was.
First fashion what?
Professional role.
Oh, professional role.
What was yours, Bill?
I think it was the Canterbury Tales. My first professional acting role.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Canterbury Tales for the BBC. It was an adaptation. I think it was that.
That's quite high end for a first gig.
Seriously?
Mine was an anti-smoking film for Glasgow City Council.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Actually, mine wasn't that. Mine was Kool-Aid adverts.
That's more like it.
That's what it was. Kool-Aid adverts.
What did you
for
have to do in
American
your Kool-Aid advert?
dance and
Right.
And then I did. They had this cereal out here called Honeycomb. Do you remember that? Is that still a thing?
It is indeed.
So I did that as well, and I was on a harness eating cereal for about 12 hours.
A harness?
In a harness.
What,
eating
floating?
cereal. Floating.
That's how I like to eat my cereal now. Ideally.
Now, since I think there are probably a few Doctor Who fans out there, I want to ask it. Right, yes. One of my favorite things to do back in the day was watch the video diaries that you made while making Doctor Who.
Yeah.
How much fun was that to get to kind of predict what you were going to be like telling fans later on once they got to see it and having this conversation with them in advance of actually like showing it and having that kind of behind the scenes content while you were making it?
Where can you find that?
It's on YouTube now.
And how much of it is there? Because we weren't that good at filming stuff.
Well, I did end up filming quite a lot.
Did you?
I think I was a bit insufferable with it. I got given a camera by
Phil Collinson.
Phil Collinson, by the Doctor Who Confidential team, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think it ended up on DVDs. Do you remember DVDs back in the day? It was DVD extras, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So
is it good?
Well, I mean...
Is it us turning on the Christmas lights?
Us turning on the Christmas lights. We did that. And just sort of arsing about on set, I think. There was quite a lot of that, yeah.
But that was sort of before, content.
Yeah.
So it was,
Vlogging.
It
Like
was
video
vlogging,
vlogging,
I
yeah.
guess, yeah.
I suppose it was.
We had absolutely no idea where that was going to go to become.
Yeah.
It was so much fun to watch as a fan, I will say that.
Yeah, I'd like to watch those again.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube now, so you can catch them.
That's me on the plane.
Yes.
Now, speaking of Doctor Who, Billie, at the top of the year, I moderated a panel for you, and it was just before the announcement of the Big Finish series that you're working on with Christopher Eccleston. What has it been like getting to see how excited fans are for that now? I mean, it's been 20 years since Rose aired.
I know. It's amazing. I just love it as a concept, as an idea, as another avenue for the show, that you get to kind of relive your dynamic through Audible. It's kind of, it's just a bit of a gift, really. It means that you can still be part of it without, being seen, without aging. Yeah. It's a much calmer way of making the show.
I can see that. I love that. And speaking of fans, I think we have a few fan questions. Are we ready for that? I see a line. Oh, I see the first one right here.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Right there.
It's fine, I didn't need that tooth. So my question is for David.
Okay.
So first of all, I just really, truly love and appreciate how you bring such joy and depth and incredible vulnerability to all of your characters. However,
Okay.
I have noticed...
I sensed a but.
it's there. I have noticed you often play characters who lean towards darker or more morally complex side, and I'm wondering what draws you to those kinds of roles.
It's never that thought through, really. If you get sent a script and it's exciting and it's something that feels different or challenging then that's what you do. That's, if you're lucky enough, that's the one you say yes to. And it's, I'm not seeking out darkness or oddness but they tend to be.
They come to you.
Yeah.
Do you remember, what was that part you played just before we started filming Doctor Who? And you were playing a psychotic.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy screamed psycho at you in the street. Do you remember?
Yes. Secret Smile, that was called.
Oh, yeah.
And that was about,
She's
he
got
was
a
nutter.
point.
Yeah.
There is a running theme.
I guess, but
They're more interesting parts to play,
I think that's
frankly.
probably what it is.
They are. They're more, it's better than playing the boyfriend part, or the girlfriend, or the tour guide role, you know. It's more fun to play someone that is really far away from you.
A bit complicated, a bit flawed, a bit, and not something you necessarily recognize immediately in yourself. And then the fun part is kind of drawing the lines between someone who feels very far from you to ways, finding ways that you can identify with those sort of aspects of a personality. So I suppose it's just, the straightforward heroes are never that interesting. Which is why something like the Doctor is such a gift, because he's kind of a bit batty and a bit mad and a bit anarchic. I think people who play really straight heroes well are remarkable, actually, because that's all about sort of finding being really open to a kind of humanity. Someone like Tom Hanks does it really well, just plays really good, straight people and makes you adore them. I think that's actually really hard to do.
Really hard.
It's much easier to play weird, messed up
like
people.
You do that too, but I do think it's interesting the vulnerability you bring to all of the creepy people.
I think all creepy people have vulnerability somewhere.
It's not always apparent.
It may not be apparent. It will be to their nearest and dearest, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is an important thing to think about, though. Villains don't realize they're villains. They think they're the hero of their story.
Of course they do, yeah.
I would love to know about another kind of villainous role. What can you tease about season 2 of Rivals? Because Tony Battingham is an awful guy, but compelling, so compelling.
He's not awful. He's just trying to do the best for himself and his family. Or himself. He doesn't really care about his family.
No.
All I can tell you about season 2 of Rivals is I do some terrible things. I mean, really terrible things.
Worse than last time.
Much worse than last time.
But is it plausible? I mean,
I will make it plausible if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah.
What's your name and what's your question?
Hey, my name is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
If you told me in elementary school I'd ever be talking to you guys, I wouldn't believe it. So, hi. I wanted to ask, I feel like Doctor Who is a very funny, sad, all the emotions kind of show. And so I wanted to ask, besides your goodbye, what was the most emotional moment for you guys in the show?
Oh, wow.
Night shoots. Night shoots were very emotional.
Yeah.
Especially that one of the storm when we were filming Cybermen, one of the Cybermen episodes. Just because the hours were so punishing. I mean, but otherwise, it was just a real romp, wasn't it?
It
was
really
just a
was
laugh.
good fun. Yeah.
It was one of the lighter jobs I've ever done.
The last thing we ever shot together, well, before we ended up then shooting more stuff later that we didn't know about at the time. But the last thing we ever shot together, because we shot out of order, was the very final, do you remember this? The very final scene of the Satan pit.
Satan pit
Yeah.
with you as the astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back on the TARDIS, and they say, "Who are you?" And we say something like, "We're the stuff of legends," or something. That was the last thing that we shot together. I remember finding that quite emotional, because you were going off and I was staying, and I was a bit worried about doing it without you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Then we went and had a big party.
Yeah. Totally. Oh yeah, we did have a big party.
It was pretty big. It's a big one.
That was a big night.
What's your name and what's your question?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tessa Horsley, and my question was, what drew you to your character of the Doctor, or both of your characters, and why, and what it was like stepping into such a big role with such a big history behind it?
You go first.
Well, it was slightly different for me because I had been a fan of it all my life, and then the show had come back with Billie, and had sort of taken off. Had kind of gone bananas, and the whole country and the world were going, "This is a great show. Why have we not had this on the TV?" So it was very exciting for me, nerve-wracking, because I suddenly felt the weight of the responsibility of it, but really exciting. But yeah, quite overwhelming. How was it for you?
I was really drawn to the part. I mean, for me, just auditioning for Doctor Who, I was just auditioning for it because I was an actor trying to get a job, and I really liked the role of Rose. I thought, oh, I can totally relate to this 18-year-old chick. Like, I understood it. I understood certainly those frustrations of wanting something more to happen in your life. That was my entire childhood. I always felt like that. And her relationship with her mum, I really understood. And I felt like I really related to her. So I was just going into it that way. I had no real concept of the size or scope of Doctor Who at all. Thank God, because I think I would have been really, really frightened and overwhelmed. And then, when going into filming it was huge. But then when it came out, I remember feeling really overwhelmed by what it became and how much of our lives it kind of took up in a positive way, but also in a way that was quite like a lot. I think that those are my first feelings of Rose, doing Rose, playing Rose, choosing Rose. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a great question. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Josh.
We love the jacket.
We love it, Josh.
I'm going to brag to my friends about this moment forever. So my question is, out of all of the aliens that both of you fought as your time being the Doctor and Rose, which one did you think conceptually was the most cool or fun or interesting? Like, because obviously there's the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Weeping Angels, don't look away, she'll get you. Which of all the many, many villains, which one do you think was the coolest?
The coolest.
Conceptually.
Yeah. Ooh. I think for me, the sort of, the one that, because I love the Daleks. I love all the classic ones. I love the Ood. The Weeping Angels are amazing. But the one that is, because we still don't really know what it was or is, might be in the episode Midnight. Because it's all a bit nebulous and unknowable, and that probably is more scary than anything else, than any number of sort of tentacles or fangs or horrifying superpowers. Just that it was kind of a kind of psychological attack. And
Satan Pit was a bit like that.
Satan Pit was a bit like that too.
Yeah.
Yes. When all the questions aren't quite answered, there's something quite exciting about that, I'd say.
Well, I think Satan Pit for me, but I also think I like Cassandra, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fun.
Yeah.
Fun villain.
That's true. Very fun villain.
And fun for us to
Oh,
act.
yes, it was. Yes. We got to play each other for a bit.
Yeah, and yeah, just I don't know. That one felt to me to be quite fresh and exciting. I loved that.
Yeah.
That was a
Thank
great
you.
question. What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name's Marissa. My question for you guys is if you guys could have any alien from your run over for dinner, who would it be?
Well. Any alien? I mean,
Well, let's go through them. Well, that's going to take a long time. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, you wouldn't have Cassandra over because she wouldn't eat anything.
No.
Oh, she was human, that's right. Has to be an alien. Oh, that's really hard.
Maybe the Slitheen.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They'd be terrible dinner party guests.
I have a soft spot for that. Well, because they've got that sinister disguise. That's they're
Yeah. So they'd come in disguise.
they'd come in disguise.
And then halfway through dinner, they'd slip into something more comfortable.
Exactly.
And then it would all get a little bit hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'd make for an exciting evening, I suppose.
But there's got to be a better one.
Have you got a good answer for this?
Yeah.
No! The face of Bo.
That's exactly what
That's
it
a really
is.
good one.
The face of the bow, you could just see people there having a real long chat at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did the face of Bo speak, though?
Yeah.
Yana, you're not allowed.
Oh, yes, it did, didn't it? Yeah, it did.
It has that sort of oracle quality.
Yes. Although, technically, isn't the face of Bo human as well?
Yes, it's Jack.
We keep coming into problems with this.
I mean, the Doctor is an alien.
The best alien, yeah.
Doctor's an alien, that's true.
That's true. It's easy.
Yeah. Who?
Oh,
Missy.
I have Missy, yeah.
That's a good one.
Can we have the Doctor over? Is that allowed? I mean, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, and draining. The Doctor would take all the space.
That's true, yeah.
You know, head of the table. Rabbit.
Talk. Yeah.
And we could have 3 versions of your Doctor, essentially. I mean, 3 different
We
versions.
could have all the Doctors
Yeah.
at once and
Just
let
saying.
them fight.
That was a great question. What's your name? What's your question?
I'm Emily, and you guys are awesome.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
So my sister, who cannot be here today, has demanded that I tell you that she loves you.
Love you, sis.
Yes.
And then my question is, it's about midnight.
Okay.
What do you think the midnight creature, would look like conceptually? Would it be more just a shadow, or would he have 2 forms? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think it looks like anything. I think, because of course it just reappeared in another episode. And it didn't really show up in that one either. So I don't think it looks like anything. I think it's a state of mind.
Oh.
That's what I think. There you
But
go.
if it were a person,
If it were a person,
who would it be?
Rutger Hauer.
Thank you.
It's a great question. What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Shai. I'm asking a question for that one's sister because they're sort of my found family. Her name is Jenna. She says a great big hi to both of you.
Hi, Jenna.
Her question is, during the filming of Doctor Who, was there any blooper or mistake that stands out to you as your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, was there? What have you got?
But it's not a great anecdote because actually it was just more about us having gone mad than it actually being a funny story. It was just them whipping the bag off my head in the 50s episode, and it was And I had
Yeah.
like dots all over my face
Yeah.
because my face disappeared.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
every time I did have a bag ripped off my head.
You had a bag on your head, and the bag was ripped off your head. That's right. And of course, in the show, you've got a blank face, entirely blank face. And I'm supposed to react in horror and distress. But of course, in the room, you don't have a blank face. You've just got you standing there with a bag being ripped off your face, trying not to laugh.
With little crosses all over my face and the hair like this.
Yeah. Yes, that wasn't
See, it's
great.
not that funny, but on those long days,
Yeah.
we must have done 23 takes of that.
Oh, we never. The trouble is, I'm having to look horrified, and you're having to look at me and pretend you don't have a face. So you're finding all my acting hilarious.
We laughed a lot when we did Tooth and Claw. I remember that, but I can't remember. Oh, I know.
You can't talk about that.
Anyway.
Also, when we were on the Gower Peninsula, do you remember, for New Earth?
Yeah.
And we were talking about, and we had to do it twice. Do you remember we had to do it twice? We went down in the middle of summer, and it's the most beautiful place on Earth, the Gower Peninsula, which is why they went there. And the idea is we're landing on New Earth, and we come out and we look across this beautiful, beautiful landscape. And we shot this on a beautiful summer's day. And then there was a problem with the camera.
Oh.
And we lost all the footage, and we had to go back weeks later, by which time it was the depths of winter, and it was windy and wet, and it did not look as beautiful as it once had done. And we had to lie on the grass and pretend that we were having this wonderful time, and all that happened is your hair was across your face
I
throughout.
know. Oh, it's so annoying, isn't
Yeah.
it? That stuff just drives you mental.
Yeah, yeah.
What other bloopers?
Yeah.
Were there any others?
It was usually just us laughing.
Messing about.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. What's your name? What's your question?
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Dythe, and first of all, hi.
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 Doctor has been a great inspiration to me. I'm a creator, and my outfit is probably very Doctor-esque.
Oh, I love that.
My question is, it's a little more outside of like the cinematic, but more of like, so how do you apply criticism, like say if, like criticism and be like, okay, yeah, I could improve on this, but without being like, oh, like letting it affect you negative. Like say someone's like, oh, the way you like talked about like this, maybe you could have like done that better, and be like, okay, yeah, and that's a sensitive thing, I can improve on that, but without being like, oh no, I failed.
Oh,
Does that make
yeah.
sense?
It
Yeah.
does.
Totally.
It's a lifelong
It's a battle.
battle.
Yeah. I guess it comes down to finding the people whose opinion you genuinely respect, who might genuinely have something to suggest to you, whether it's professionally or personally, and ignoring a lot of the noise, because it can be very, you know, when you do our job, people will write about it in newspapers and online and all that, and I very quickly learnt not to read that stuff because it's never very helpful, because there'll be 3 different opinions that are all diametrically opposed about anything you ever do, and you can't believe the bad one if you want to believe the good one. You know, so you've got to just try and block that out and rely on the opinions of people that you trust, I suppose.
I also think a lot of it is about growing up. You know, certainly
Yeah.
when I was a younger actor, I didn't have maybe as much confidence in my abilities. So when someone would give me a note, all I heard was, "You're shit at acting." That's all I heard. And then as you get older, you see the fruit of someone giving you some feedback that actually helps you do something more interesting. And then you realize that it's collaborative and it doesn't just have to be you sort of fighting and holding your position, that it's okay for someone to come in and go, hey, why don't you try that? And it be better for it. But again, I think that does largely boil down to whose notes you're taking on board.
Yeah.
and sort of just getting a bit older and growing in confidence yourself and believing in yourself more. But I mean, I think that more nowadays, I'm like, I get those feelings more like parenting. I'm like,
Yes.
I could have done that better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my kids are of an age where they go, you could have done that better.
Yeah.
And so that is, for me, my biggest challenge now, not acting and not what people say about me publicly, in the press, whatever. It's what my kids think of me.
Yeah.
You know?
Those are great answers. Great question. What's your name? What's your question?
Oh, I love this.
Hi, I'm Josh.
Energy.
And first off, I want to thank the two of you for coming all this way.
Thank
And
you.
Oh my goodness, thanks for having us.
And so my question is there anything that you would have liked to have done over the course of the show that you never got to do?
Yes. A musical number.
Oh yeah.
Because now it feels like
They do it all the time
all the
now.
time. They're just knocking off a song here, there,
Yeah.
and everywhere, and it's like, where was that when we were doing it?
Yeah. The other thing that I always wanted to do, which they have also now done, is go back and meet the Beatles. I really want to do a Beatles episode, and they've now, in fact, I think in the same episode they did the Beatles and a dance number.
Which episode's that?
One of Shooty's ones.
Oh, I have to see
Yeah.
that. Oh, that sounds amazing.
All at once. The Beatles, a musical, the whole thing.
They had a few musical ones in that series.
Whoa!
Did he say do it? We'll do it.
Okay. There is probably a stage musical to be done, isn't there?
Yeah.
Although we'd have to do
You
it
going to do that?
8 times a week.
8
A lot.
times a
It's
week
a lot,
in the
isn't it?
West End.
In the West End, yeah. Come on, let's do it.
Great answers. Thank you. What's your name? What's
Hello.
your question?
Hi, my name is Mac.
Hi, Mac.
Hi. You've both had the opportunity to participate in a variety of forms of art across your career through film, theater, music, voice acting, and such. I was wondering what your favorite act of storytelling or form of art to engage in is.
Well,
Theatre for you, is it?
I don't know if it, maybe sometimes when it's good it is.
I think live performance in any capacity when it's good and not for longer than a week. And I really like writing. I get a lot of satisfaction out of that creatively. That's kind of my favorite thing at the moment.
Interesting. Yeah.
And sewing.
Sewing, really?
Yeah. Sewing. Me and my daughter have started sewing together.
Are you like making your own clothes now?
We make Barbie clothes and like curtains for her doll's house, and we do it pretty on my bed every night from like 6 till 7, watching Sewing Bee.
You are ridiculously adorable.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
That is great.
Yeah, and she's really good. I'm getting there. She's actually very good.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's so dexterous. It's crazy to me. She threads all my needles because I can't see a thing. Yeah, she's really good. What about you?
I don't know. I don't feel like I've got quite the range. I mean, I've never had a top 10 single, for instance.
Yet.
Not yet. Hopefully. I'd like to be good enough. A good enough singer to do a musical. I'd love to do a stage musical.
You could
no,
do a
I'm not. No.
musical.
Not really.
I've heard you sing.
Not really. Yeah, but not. You know those people who can really sing.
Yeah, but
who
it's
can
okay
just
to not really.
pours out of them.
But in Chicago, and they weren't all natural singers. All the guys that were going in to do the Broadway version.
I would be a great Roxy Hart. That is true.
That's more about the acting than the vocal.
Roxy Hart.
Well, just the show itself.
I know. I'd like to be able to. The trouble, I'd love to do these things, but I don't want to do something that there are. When you see someone who can really sing, who really, when you see Idina Menzel. I saw one of Idina Menzel's last performances of Wicked. I did. And I'd never seen her before, and I was like, who the fuck is that? It just sort of hits you like a wall, this sort of power, this sort of voice like that.
Where was that?
In the West End, in the Victoria Palace in London.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. So I'd like to be able to do that, but unless I could do it as well as I could do it in my head, I don't really want to do it. I want to leave it to people who can. And also, I feel very lucky I get to do the thing that I always wanted to do, and I get to do a variety of versions of it. So I don't, yes, I'd love to be Idina Menzel. But I'm coming to terms with the fact that I'm not.
That was a great question. What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Miranda.
Hi.
Hi, David.
Hello.
Hi.
So I was rewatching Doomsday in preparation and crying alongside with Billie, and the way you cry is just so realistic in that scene and heartbreaking. I feel like all of us would cry that way if we never got to see David again either.
Thank you.
Yes, it was very easy.
My question is, there was something very different about the Rose 10 dynamic that I felt everyone watching could really feel. It was very different from any of the other breakups or where you see a companion, you say goodbye to a companion. And so I was wondering if you could both touch on that. Why do you guys think that what was so special between these two that made that difference?
Well, it starts with how it was written. I mean, Russell wrote it as a love story.
Yeah, it's a love story.
He was pretty unashamed about that. So, and when a great writer is writing that for you, then you just play it, and you get to play it with someone that you have such a great time with and such a great respect for, and who's really good. Then hopefully that's what happens, I suppose.
I think you're right. I think it was very clearly a love story, and I'm not sure that was sort of recreated anywhere.
No, I
else,
think
was it?
no, certainly not when I was there. I think that the relationship with Martha was a different type of thing. The relationship with Donna was a different type of thing. So you play each one as it's
written,
as it's delivered. Yeah. But yes, because it's a love story and because of the way they were so violently kind of torn apart, it was pretty heartbreaking. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Marissa.
Hi.
Big fan, by the way. Thank you guys for being here. So my question is, you guys have both been on Doctor Who, several different episodes, several different seasons. What do you think you've brought to the table different from the previous times that you've played, like the Doctor and that you've played Rose, for example?
I attempted to bring the same thing. I wasn't trying to do anything new or different. But inevitably you are different. When I last played the Doctor was like 15 years after the first time I did it. So I'm different. You're a different person. You're 15 years older. I was determined that I was still going to run as fast. Determined. But if anything, I was trying to be the same because I think that's one of the joys of if you're a fan of a show and you see characters returning, you want to see the same character returning. You don't want to, like, I wasn't going to come back and play another version of the Doctor with a completely, with a new voice and a funny walk and a whatever else, because you get somebody else to do that. That was part of the excitement, is that you're revisiting something. But inevitably, it's a bit different because you're a bit different. So that's impossible to avoid, I think.
I came back as the moment, which was obviously
I suppose
quite
the
different.
moment is a different thing, yeah.
And that was really fun because I'd already been back as Rose, and then I was thinking, I feel like we're milking it now, like this just feels excessive. So it was Stephen's episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stephen was like, we're going to do something really different.
Yeah.
And it was, the moment, which was super fun, not at all realistic, not sort of steeped in reality, I guess. but yeah, I'm sort of with you. When it comes to playing Rose again on the big finish, I just have to check my voice is the same, like the same quality. I have to listen to it again.
Yeah.
And my voice has dropped over the years. It drops I feel like it drops an octave with every kid. I think it does drop though.
Your voice does drop as you get older, anyway.
Even as a guy, I mean,
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, mine was definitely a lot higher.
Right. Do you pitch it up?
I pitch it up.
You do, right? Yeah.
Great question.
Thank you.
And
Is that a bull mastiff?
English Mastiff.
English
Mastiff.
This is Alfie.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
You've got a great outfit on. There we go. What? They're looking at me.
Sorry about that. So I'm Joe. This is Alfie. He's better looking. David Albagubra. I have a question for primarily Billie, but I want your input as well. When she is left with the human clone of the Doctor, how does that story end?
How does that story end?
What in our minds?
No, what happens? What happens when they go home together?
Exactly. Well, I've already said this 1,000 times. I wanted Russell to write that for comic relief or something, to see them being like domesticated.
Yeah.
And then the real one comes back.
Yeah.
Well, not the real one, the first one. Yeah.
It is funny though, isn't it? After all that, when they finally go home and shut the door and sit down over the breakfast
what's
table.
the chat?
What's the chat? And also, how do they? I mean, what are they? What are they doing?
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the helly? I know. I always wanted him to write that. I just think it would make the most hilarious comedy sketch, probably.
What if they didn't get on?
Well, they wouldn't get on.
They wouldn't.
No, because he's second best, isn't he?
I feel both thrilled and offended.
He's sloppy seconds.
Sloppy seconds, yeah. He wasn't afraid to get stuck in though, was he? That's the thing.
Yeah, really keen.
Really, a bit over keen.
Too keen.
Too keen. And that's never attractive.
No.
It sounds like we need to like. It sounds like we need to pitch this for like a Red Nose Day special or something.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
Just saying. And you will be our last question, I believe. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Cora, and my question is, when you first started acting for Doctor Who, was there anything that surprised you while you were acting?
Whilst we were acting, or just generally when we were making it?
Anytime.
I definitely think I was most surprised when it came out and when it became as big as it did, and the reaction to it was really surprising to me. The fandom, I'd never, I'd never known sort of fandom like it, and also just it would become a part of sort of every conversation that you had. It was just extraordinarily overpowering in many ways, just as a lived experience, not necessarily when you were acting. When you were acting in it, it felt contained and fun and away from the world. Going out into the world with something of that size was like, whoa. That was my biggest surprise.
I suppose I sort of agree with that. It's not the actual doing of the job is just learning the lines and turning up and trying to the scene, rehearsing the scene and trying to make it the best you can make it. So that sort of makes sense. That's kind of logical. But I suppose I wasn't surprised by it because I knew what the show was, and also I'd watched the first series go out, so I'd seen some of the reaction. But until you're in the middle of it, you can know what it's going to be like kind of intellectually, but the feeling of being in the middle of something that is has so much attention on it it takes a deep breath, and it's a lot to get used to. I don't know that it was surprising because I sort of knew what it was going to be, but it still.
But even that, you can't prepare for that experience in any way at all. However much someone says, oh, you know, like, make sure you keep your close ones around you, don't trust people, like preparation for sort of fame. You cannot know what it feels like until you're experiencing it, which is both brilliant and also a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think, yes, how fragile it can make you feel. Maybe that was the biggest surprise for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a great question, and we are officially out of time. Thank you both so much. This was fantastic. Thank you both so much. Thank you all.
Everybody,
Let's give it up for them.
Please give a huge round of applause for David Tennant and Billie Piper.